How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. So I wanted to read something to you guys. I wanted to read something because I know a lot of people don't understand my energy. They don't understand why I'm in and out, why I'm not, so connected with people. Before I get into reading now, I want to explain something real quick because I know, sometimes it's not necessary to do that, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it is to have that understanding with people, especially anybody that's following me. I need for all my followers to understand me on the level and how I'm operating. So I'm learning how to communicate that with people because I usually don't even I used to be very sociable, but then it always just came out wrong and then different. So it's like I'm learning how to communicate with people. But I am a Libra, and I love to social and connect with people, but it's like sometimes it'd be like that balance that I feel is not there. It's not there. Either the communication is off, the connection is off, something is always off. So I feel like if I do this video, right, if people continue to follow me to understand, I'm an air sign. So sometimes I'm like, life be having me back and forth, or I'm weighing out options. I'm weighing things out. I'm going through this journey of my own life, right? And I try not to let anything that I'm going through affect anybody else. I don't like what I'm going through to have an effect on anybody else. But what I'm noticing is that, other people, they don't know how to balance themselves. And Libras in the zodiac sign, we are the only sign in the zodiac, in the astrology or whatever, that is not a living thing. We are an object. We're a scale, right? We're a scale. So we're not an animal. We're not a person. We feel things. We're an object, right? We feel vibrations. We just feel things. And sometimes things will have us swinging back and forth. And it's like if what we're, if when there's something that's in balance, it throws us off. So I need for people to understand that sometimes these relationships, people think like, oh, she's funny, she's weird, this and that. No, I am a Libra, I am a scale. So I understand that. I think Libras are probably the most misunderstood zodiac because of it, because we don't have, that whole, not to say we're heartless, we're mindless and all of that. We don't have a heart or brain. No, we do. We just are very it's just more of and I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way or anything, but I feel like it's more of an intellectual thing because of it, because of the air, the vibration, the things that we feel. We just feel things very deeply and very differently. And, how we connect and how we try to communicate. It's a way how we have to communicate because we feel things a lot differently or see things a lot differently than a lot of other people. And we try to balance ourselves out. We try to understand other people. We try to communicate in the best way we can without throwing people off or, coming out the wrong way and stuff like that. We really care about people. We really, it's we like for things to be peaceful. We don't like to be off balance. We don't like to be, all over the place. We want people to come into our life and bring balance. That's me. I like balance. Well, I'm also a Cancer moon and Scorpio rising, so there's a lot of water with me. There's a lot of I'm emotional and deeply caring about people. So, when people come into my life, I'm trying to balance that, but their energies sometimes don't match well with me. And I'm learning that. I'm learning who I match well with. What elements do I connect with better? Or just, people in general. I learned, for me, people that are very calming, they're very calming. Because what happens when people are angry? What happens when people are angry? They take their anger out on things. What happens? What they do? They start throwing objects, right? They start throwing objects. They start throwing things. They start doing crazy stuff, right? It is, and not to label myself like that, but it's just the analogy, kind of trying to give a metaphor thing for y'all to understand me. But it's I don't like drama and chaos. I don't, and it may seem that way, but a lot of it is me like there's a lot of energy that's being projected onto me, and it's kind of coming out that way, because it's like what like a swinging door, somebody smack the door and it swing back and hit you type thing. It's like a reflection, or not a I said reflection. It's like a reflex, not a reflection, a reflex. That's kind of what it is with me. It's like a reflex. It's like when somebody, I'm a reflex. That's what it is. But I don't like that though. I'm just like minding my business. I don't like bothering people. I like to help people. If they need guidance or advice, they come to me and ask me a question. If you need help with something and I can help you and I have the knowledge and wisdom or the answer that may help you, I want to help you. People interpreted me wrong and stuff. Like when I go in their rooms, sometimes I feel the energies in their room and I'm like, ooh, but I'll still be in there because it's like I'm like in the room for whatever reason, and I'm trying to like not look at the negative. Like I be trying to still, even if I feel the negative energy, I'm still trying to be fine to be, oh, hey, what's going on? Like trying to be positive. And it be throwing people off like, what the hell? Like I'm over here angry and mad, and she over here being positive and stuff, or trying to be positive. And that's why, because I'm always trying to raise the vibration. I'm always trying to because I don't want to hear all of that negative stuff. I don't. Which then again, I shouldn't be in those rooms, right? This is why I'm learning what rooms to go into and what not to, because I want to connect with people, but I don't want I don't need like all these angry people in my circle, right? And I feel like on my page, I'm starting to show a lot of negative energy, but I keep having encounters with people with these negative attitudes, and it's kind of like a reflex kind of thing. But I also be dealing with things in my own life, and I'll post something up because I'm also expressing myself, right, in certain ways. I'm not dumping my problems on nobody. Sometimes I just post things up, and it's not towards anybody. It's just the messages that I'm posting is because I know somebody may relate to it. You know what I mean? Maybe what I'm going through, somebody else is going through, and they may see that they're not going through it alone. Like we're all going through stuff. We're all going through things. So that's just, a little piece of what I do. But ultimately, regardless of what I'm going through, I still try to show up and show love and show positivity. Because yes, I go through stuff every day. I battle with stuff every day. I be looking for genuine connections with people. But what I'm learning is that I have to keep myself in like this bubble. Because sometimes letting people in too much, and it's just like it's almost like that bubble pops. It's almost like you have to keep yourself grounded and protected. And unless you're around those people that they know boundaries, some people don't have boundaries. And that's one of the big issues with me. Coming into my space, you got to know boundaries. You got to know where, you know what I'm saying? You have to have healthy boundaries. Like you have to set healthy boundaries, but you have to be able to communicate that with each other. Like, listen, this is like, and communicate and get to know each other on that level, because it's like, it could be territorial. It could be like, there could be triggers. People go through certain things, so they need certain boundaries to be set, in a healthy way, so y'all could maintain a healthy relationship. That goes for love, friendship, family. That goes for all of that. People that you connect with on social media. Like, I'm not really looking for like a whole bunch of like, yes, if I blow up or something like that on there, I want to blow up for something real though. Me being real. Not me being fake and trying to, oh, come on, everybody follow me. Oh, follow my content. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just here speaking and being real. Like if I'm putting something out, it's because I want it to have an impact in a certain way. Not just for somebody to be following me. Not even for them to follow me at all. Like, yes, I want them to follow me because I want to have an impact on their life. That's why I want people to follow me. That's why I want only the real people to follow me, because I want to have an impact on somebody's life in some way. If I'm meant to have an impact on your life, the universe is going to bring those people in my life. If I'm not meant to have an impact on their life, the universe is going to remove them, or I have to see who I need to remove, because I don't want to have an impact on people in a negative way. And this vice versa. I don't want other people to have a negative impact on me. This is why I got to be careful. Last night, I couldn't get any messages out and I was being blocked. But you see, this morning, I have a clearer mind. I slept on it. My energy is cleared. I had to cleanse my energy from it so I could speak with a clearer mind and really show people how I really am. But what y'all saw yesterday was that energy that is being projected onto me, that negative energy where I'm not even able to be my authentic self because I'm dealing with egos. I'm dealing with negative energy. I'm dealing with people that hasn't done the work that they need to do for themselves to even be able to communicate that with me. So the way how they talking is like, but they're talking from the ego and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They're letting their ego drive. You know, they're letting their ego take over, which is cool. That's how people are. But me, I'm that type of person. If I do something wrong, I try to check my energy and try to be mindful. That's why I don't disrespect people, because I don't want to have that impact on somebody. Like if I do, I want to be able to talk about it or connect it. Like, wait a minute, did I say something wrong? Did I, what did I do that I need to, communicate that? Because maybe they're taking it the wrong way. Like it's not, I'm a peacemaker. I'm a problem solver. So if there's a problem, like I want to know what the problem is. If I'm doing something to you that you don't like, I need you to communicate and tell me. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, because maybe I'm not even aware of it, But the same thing, like if you're doing something, I want to bring it to your attention. I want to bring it to your attention. So I try to be open. And I even had a conversation with this person to let them know and stuff. Like, I'm just not, my energy and stuff is like when I come into a space, for me, it's like, and I'm not telling people like you gotta switch up and change or not like that, but my energy naturally will try to move that negative energy out the way, But I learned not always, and people are just very like, they have that mindset that everything that they think and say and do is just gonna come out that way. It's just gonna come out negative. It's like, those are the people I gotta get away from. Because if I can't have a leveled conversation with you, or it's almost like that energy where I feel like, it is like, I don't know. It just, my spirit will let me know, right? My spirits talk to me, they let me know. But anyway, I'm learning this. I'm learning that the people that I'm meant to follow or that's meant to be in my life are people that are, they know how to collab. They know how to understand. They know how to communicate. They know how to talk. They know how to connect. Some people, they're just like, they're like fire, just burning every bridge, burning everything in their way, in their path. They just don't give a damn, right? They wouldn't even know that somebody coming into life for a blessing because they're so fixated on, I have an issue with certain signs and energies and stuff. And I think we all do. We just learning to find our people. Just learn to find your people. It don't even mean that you're a bad person. It just means not everybody's for you. You got to find the people that you're meant to connect with for whatever reason. But I know the image of me is that I'm here to have an impact. My human design, what I want to get into is my human design. I'm a generator I'm a generator, which I like to start things. I like to initiate things, not meaning like start trouble, but start like to spark or to start things on a positive level. So like even if there's something negative, I'm gonna be the person to start up a conversation to bring it to be a positive thing, you know what I mean, or something like that. Or sometimes it may be, it may be hard to do that, like, but I'm also a non-emotional, right? I'm not meant to stay attached to certain things for whatever reason because it can drain me. So I wanted to explain this to y'all a little bit, because if you don't know about human design, there's an app that I use on here, and it's this one is by Jenna Zoe, and it's called the Align. It's like the little hands. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's like the little hands right there. If you have an Apple phone, it's on there. So I'm gonna tell you my gifts real quick. So one of my gifts is the nose for success, which I'm always thinking to be successful. Like I want to be successful in every way. So I'm always working on the things that I need to work on to help me to be successful. I'm always thinking of ways like, what do I need to be doing to be successful? And that's intellectually, that's, financially, that's all of those things. But I don't want to do it in a way where it's going to have an impact on somebody else's life in a bad way. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, I'm trying to figure things out on my own. I have a logical mind. I have focus and precision. So I like to focus and be precise, with things. I have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of ideas that come to me you know. So I'm always like thinking of like all these ideas that could make money or that could, you know, help somebody, or like I'm always trying to come up with ideas to help people to have a big impact, right? I expand the good in other people's lives. And that's my mission. That's what I try to do. Like when I come into your life, I'm not coming in to be the problem. I want to come in and be the good in your life. Like if you're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, I want to come in and be a positive person and have a positive impact on your life. That's what I'm trying to do. I do venture to the extremes. That's what is a gift. It's like a faulty gift, kind of like, because it's like sometimes I have to go where, you know, like being in those rooms that are negative, I have to go in there because I do have to see, you know, the balance of life and how to, you know, like understand the negative and the positive and how to, you know, it's like you got to know how to deal with those situations. Improvement, the gift of improvement. These are all the gifts that I'm reading right here. The gift of improvement, I like to improve things. And I do. I'm always looking for improvement. I'm always, even like when there's houses that I see, it's like a house being like that needs, you know, fixing up and stuff like that. I be trying to think of ways to improve something. That's what I be trying to do. Like just to improve things, just to make things better, you know. Tailoring my message, which is what I'm struggling to do. Me trying to figure out, I'm not going to say struggling because I feel like I'm doing it now. But tailoring my message for everybody to understand what it actually is that I'm trying to say, and say it in a way with clarity and understanding, you know, so that they get it. Like I have to speak in a way of an intentional way that everybody can hear it at the level they need to hear it at. I love getting involved with others. That's another gift I have. I love getting involved with other people because sometimes I have to be by myself and I'm realizing that I can't get involved with everybody else, just like the situation yesterday. I can't get involved with everybody else, but I love to get involved with other people because even if they're that way, I try to still have an impact. I try to still improve something. I try to still, and maybe some people are comfortable with the way that they are. That's cool with me too. Like, and I'm not trying to force anybody either. I just feel like what are we friends for? What are we connected for? What are we following each other for? Like, is there a reason? Because if it's not, there's no point in me, you know, like what are we doing, you know? So, but I like to get involved with people because I like to see everybody living their life too and doing their thing. Like I don't even try to change people. I try to let people just be who they are. Sometimes I just like to show them a different perspective or just allow people, because some people have a fixed mind. I try to just show them like, listen, everybody have different perspectives. You have to allow people to be who they are. Like they're not doing anything intentionally to you. You just need to let them like just giving them like a different perspective. I think showing them a different perspective of stuff, or just, I don't know, something different, right? I have the desire to feel deeply. I do. As a Cancer, I feel a Cancer moon. I feel very deeply for people. I feel very connected with people because it's like, I feel things very deeply, and it's like I try to understand people on a deeper level. Like I try to get to know them on a deeper level, not just what's on the surface, because I need to know them, you know. I need to have this deep connection with them, this deeper understanding with people. So, you know, I like to feel things deeply. I don't like for it to be superficial. I don't like for it to be like, no, I want it to be real, you know. My other gift is intentional. That's the whole thing. I feel like everything has to serve its purpose. So if I'm connecting with you, there has to be a purpose that we're connecting. Like I feel like even if it's just a positive energy or exchange of positive energy, or, you know, something, but if we just sitting there, we're just looking at each other like, it's like staring at the wall. Like, what are we staring at the wall for? Like, what's the intention? What's the reason? What's the purpose? Like Cardi B said, what's the reason? You know, us Libras, we think like that. Like, what's the reason? You know, so, and that's why I understand Cardi B a lot. She's a Libra. She understands it. It's like I understand her a lot. A lot of people think she crazy. They take off the wrong way. No, it's because it's just people don't understand, you know, how we are. But things is intentional. I don't like wasting my time and energy. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time. Like I don't, if I'm not going to have a positive impact on your life, or you're not going to have a positive impact on my life, I don't want to have no dealings with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have no time, because if you're going to have a negative impact, I got to cut you off. Like, we're not going to talk, period, right? That's the thing, what I mean by intention. If you're working at a job but you're not getting paid for it, you're not going to want to work there unless you're volunteering. Unless you're volunteering to do something or to connect for whatever reason, that's different. But the intention is, what are we doing? Like, or is it for nothing? Because if it's for nothing, then there's just, it's a dead issue, right? It's a dead issue. Natural purity. The thing with me with natural purity is, and I be trying to tell people this, I have pure intentions. I don't have no ill intention or negative intention or none of that. I know people be thinking like, oh, I'm thinking negative and I'm trying to do stuff to people. I'm not really trying to do that. I be telling people like, listen, I know about karma. People karma come for them, and I just be sitting back like, oh, I didn't wish it on them. I just know every time I'm like, because I'm not doing anything intentionally to anybody. It's all pure intention. It's all, like me trying to be like positive about something, or just pure about it, or it is what it is type thing. So, it's just me being just natural and pure. I don't like superficial, fake, none of that. I like natural, pure form, raw, like it's almost like a raw stone, like it's natural form, not the one that was all shaped and polished to look pretty and to look perfect and to, no, it's like this stone right here that is, you can see like all the ridges, you can see the imperfections and all of that, but look, it's still beautiful. That's me. That's like me being like that diamond in the rough. Not everybody's perfect, but some people try to judge and expect people to be perfect. No, but don't try to project and stuff like that. Like, just know what's for you and what isn't for you, like it's just the strength and stillness. So strength and stillness is my other gift, is that like a lot of times I'm like not moving and people think like, oh, she's not moving and stuff. No, I'm still moving mentally, because there's things that I have to work out in my mind first. Like, it's almost like that stillness of like just being observant and just feeling and not moving. Like, all right, which way do I go? Because Libras can be indecisive. Like, our mind be trying to go this way, that way, or when we're dealing with too many people, they pulling us in all these different directions. So sometimes we have to be still and get clarity and be real clear on certain things, because then we're able to move forward with more clarity, more precise, more focus and stuff like that. Like, some people, it's just they have that fire energy or that quick energy that they gotta move quick, fast. I'm not that kind of person. So if you're that type of person, expect everybody to move fast like that, that's not me. I have to move like I'm like the turtle. I'm like the turtle, the one that moves slow, because I need to know everything that I need to be doing in case if I mess up, I can redirect. Sometimes people is like the hare, the rabbit that want to hop and get quick and then mess up and then they want to backtrack. No, I'm taking my time so I can see everything that I need to see and when I need to see it and how I need to see it and do what I need to do. That's being smart. A lot of people, they move too quick, and that's why they mess up. That's why they end up in situations that they end up in. So stillness, being still. And that's the thing with me with friendships too. That's the thing with me with relationships and everything. People want to jump so quick into relationships. They want to jump so quick into friendships. They want to do everything so quickly. I like to take my time. I like to get to know people first, because then I can know if this is going to be worth it. Because again, I don't want to waste time. I don't want them to waste my time, and I don't want to waste theirs. So being very timely about things, and just taking things at a slow pace, being still, because sometimes you have to allow, like even now, trying to give this message, I have to be still. Like I want to get the message out, but I have to make sure that I'm saying what I need to say, and in case, it's like I gotta slow down. Sharing my takes on the facts of life, and I do that a lot, y'all. I share a lot of the thing with me is I don't like opinions. Like, I don't like opinions about somebody. If somebody come to me and tell me something that I feel like is not a fact, Like, I fact check it. Like, I'm gonna fact check it. Like, what's the evidence? Like, you could tell me anything. Like, where the facts? I want the evidence. I want the proof. I don't want what people just telling me. Like, I want to know the facts, because that's just me as a person. I don't want somebody feeding me no bullshit. Like, I want to know the real deal. Like, I want to know the facts. So when it comes to a lot of certain things that I talk about, and again, this is me letting y'all know who I am, so whoever's following me know what they're dealing with and know what the type of person that I am. So there's no, there's no issues. They can continue to follow me or not. But the thing with me is, I don't like people's opinions about things. Like, people could, like, I respect people's opinion though, because we all have opinions, right? But they always say opinions are like a-holes. Everybody got one, right? That's what it is. Because sometimes people will have an opinion and they swear that it's a fact, and they will sit up here and argue somebody down over just an opinion, instead of allowing the other person to have an opinion. Like, we can agree to disagree. Like, you may feel a certain way about something, and I may feel a certain way about something. Like just something simple, like a color. Like, you like red and I don't, for whatever reason. Oh, red is this and that. It's a different opinion. It's like, but it doesn't make it a fact. It just makes whatever the opinion is. So that's the thing with me. Like, I fact check stuff. Like, if it has to be a fact, not something that is coming from our opinion. I respect opinions. I want you to have your own opinion when you're saying something. Like, I allow people to be themselves. We're not going to agree on everything. As long as you're okay with people having different perspectives or disagreement. Like, there may be something that, like politics. Matter of fact, instead of colors, I'm going to go with politics. Everybody, they politics stuff. I'm not going to say too much on here about that. But, some people's with this side or with that side. And it's like, well, this and that. It's like, but it's people's opinions. It's just what was appealing to them, or what they see fit for them. It's okay to have different opinions. Just respect each other's other opinions without trying to argue them down, without trying to, because then me with my Libra be like, we get into the facts though. That's like when you get to the court, the judge is like, I don't want your opinion, right? I don't want your opinion. I don't need your opinion. I need facts. That's me. I just want facts. Bring me facts. That's what I want. If we having a conversation, we could talk about opinions all day long, but at the end of the day, it's the facts that matter, right? So I like to share facts on life. Let's get to the facts. Let's talk about the facts, right? Let's talk about the evidence, not the opinions. If somebody don't like me, they don't like me. That's their opinion, but that don't mean it's a fact. They may tell everybody 100, like 2 people may say 2 different things about me, and again, that's their opinion. It doesn't make it a fact. So the same thing with you. People may talk about you. They may have an opinion about you, or say something. Like, one person may think that you're cool. The other person may think that you're not cool. That's their opinion. That doesn't mean you're neither here or there. It just means, what's the facts, right? Y'all get the picture. The other thing is the intolerance for roadblocks. I don't like nothing standing in my way. Again, I have the gift and nose for success. So when I'm trying to do something and be successful, this is why I don't want meaningless relationships and connections with people, because I'm trying to achieve things in life. I'm not trying to be a roadblock in anybody else's life. Like, if I'm standing in your way, let me know that, because I would move out the way. And the same thing for me. I don't like standing in nobody's way when they're trying to be successful. I know how hard it is and how important it is to be successful in life. And I know there's a lot of distractions. I know there's a lot of people pulling you down. They're not trying to help you up. I'm not trying to be that person that's going to knock somebody down. Like, if you're trying to do something and I feel like I'm in your way, I'm trying to move myself. Like, I don't want to be in your way. I don't want to be in somebody's way of getting to where they need to go or doing whatever it is that they need to do. And I don't want them in my way either. Like, so I don't like things, or trying to stop me or mess with my energy. So a lot of times I keep myself to myself. I clear that space. That way there, I'm not blaming nobody but myself. Unless somebody's meant to be there. If they're meant to be there, they're going to be there. But me, ultimately, I like to just do my thing and just go about, because I'm air and I'm water. Air and water, it likes to flow freely. It doesn't want things blocking it where I don't want it where I can't breathe. Wind needs to be able to breathe. Like, I need to be able to breathe. I need to be able to move. The same with water. Water likes to flow freely. That's me. I like to flow freely. So if I'm in a space that I can't just flow freely, like, I have to have that boundary though. I have to set healthy boundaries. And sometimes people have to let me know, like, hey, it's a boundary issue. It's okay to let me know that, but let's communicate that first though. Don't wait till something happened and then be like, oh, no. That's why I try to communicate with people about me, boundaries and stuff like that, so that, and that's, yeah, because it's important. It's important. If you don't have healthy boundaries, sometimes you're going to run into issues. You're going to be arguing with people. There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunications, and stuff like that. You're blocking them. You're breaking up. You're not having, these connections with people because those boundaries aren't being set, or we're not really communicating that much, And it's like, and for me, I don't communicate with everybody every day. Why? Because I'm not focused on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it in a selfish way, but more so like there's things that I'm trying to do in life, So I'm trying to figure things out on my own. I'm not even expecting nobody to make me famous or successful or none of that. I'm trying to figure out how to get there myself. I'm not using people to get there either. Like, if I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna get there. If it's for me, it's for me. But you got people out here that are just very, very ignorant over money, all kind of stuff. Like, why? But another thing is the challenge solver. I have a 5-1 profile. So the thing with me is like the solutions. I love to come up with solutions that help people. And this video is 32 minutes long. I probably should cut it short. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I needed to share that with you guys today. I just needed to share that with y'all. And I think it would be better if I was on here where you guys can actually hear me, because then I can have the conversation and not me just talking in the video, because it's like that one-sided communication right now. So it's like me putting all the information out, but me needing the feedback. I want to go live, but it's like when I come live, I need to be able to communicate with people and understand, like, and I'm trying to figure that out, right? I'm working on doing that, like what I need to do and how I need to do it. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video. The other thing before I end the video, passive mountain. The passive mountain is I have to be in my own aura. Yeah. I don't know if you guys studied your human design, but it is important. It's important to learn a little bit more about yourself. Don't be too rigid with information, because sometimes there's information out there, knowledge, wisdom, ancient knowledge and wisdom and stuff. I feel like, and for me, again, this is I'm just giving y'all my opinion. I don't know. I'm not going to fact check it in a way, but I'm going to say an opinion wise, because I know it could be, but I believe, right, that, and y'all could take it, whichever way, but I believe that when we limit ourselves to one belief or one thing, right, I feel like we sell ourselves short in that way, because there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom out here that we could gain from, that could help us from different perspectives, different ways, different walks of life. That's why I say I'm an open book. That's why I don't follow one thing. I'm very open, because it's like that limitation, like, nah, I feel like there's more, there's more to us. There's more to us. I've always felt like, I feel like somebody was like trying to put me in a box and tell me like, this is it. And I'm like looking outside like, well, no, because I know that there's more than that. You feel me? Like, it's like putting somebody in a box and telling them that that's all that there is. I know there's more than that. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. I know there's more than that. I'm going to pull an angel card too real quick. Or a spirit animal card. But I feel like it's more to that. Like, you can't put me in a box. So Pio, or Pio, it's a Hawaiian owl. Owls are very wise, they're very wise. It says your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance. Pay close attention to the signs and omens from them. So, and that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to pay attention to the signs, my dreams, my visions, things that it's telling me, because, I'm just open to learning things, whatever I need to learn to grow and to do whatever it is that I need to do. So a lot of times sometimes they see me, sometimes they don't. It's not me being funny. It's just me on this journey of life, that there's things that I need to be doing. I need to be doing what I'm called to do. Even if other people don't understand it, it's okay. If I don't hear from y'all every day, it's okay, because I would expect y'all to be doing what it is that y'all need to be doing. And however way your spirit guides is guiding you, not the way that I want you to be doing. Not that you should be following me every day. You should be commenting every day. You should be liking and doing all. No, it's not even like that. I believe that everybody's supposed to have their space, their divine time to do everything that it is that their ancestors or spirit guides want them to do, not what I want them to do. Like, I don't like manipulating nobody, and I don't want nobody to manipulate me either. I'd rather my spirit guides tell me what I need to be doing, That's why I don't put these expectations on people. But I feel like other people have, certain expectations of me. They expect me to, and it's like, I like, for people to have their freedom. Give me my freedom, and I'm giving you yours. Like, to do whatever it is that you do, however it is that you do it. I'm not going to interfere with that, right? But I feel like a lot of people be trying to interfere, So I'm like, okay. So, yeah. But anyway, that's all, y'all. That's it. I'm going to stop talking. Thanks for following me, though. And hopefully, as time goes on, I'm learning to tailor my message, because that's one of my gifts that I need to learn. We all have gifts that we need to learn and how we need to use them. So I'm learning to tailor my gift. And however way that I'm meant to speak and connect with people, so we can get to, so it can have the impact that I'm supposed to have, or whatever the impact is supposed to be. Whatever the connection is supposed to be, or the impact is supposed to be, I'm trying to get there. Okay. Bye, y'all.